Do you need to exercise to lose weight on Mounjaro or Zepbound? Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to chat about whether you need to exercise. Do you need to exercise if you're taking Mounjaro or Zepbound for weight loss? And in some ways this topic came from a conversation on social media about someone that was seeking advice on a beginner strength training program. You know, they have never worked out a day in their life. And a lot of people were chiming in that you don't need to. I lost all this weight. I didn't work out at all. And others were the complete opposite. And that had me thinking about some of the content that I put out. And, you know, I talk so much about how I've lost weight while on Mounjaro. I'm now down, I've been down 88 pounds. And I stress the importance of working out. But I also then need to remember I've worked out prior to taking Mounjaro. I'm a former college athlete. I've trained for a marathon and triathlon, and I know my way around the gym. My first job out of college was in a gym. I just could never out-train my diet. I love, fitness and health content. I'm an avid sports fan. You name it, I'm gonna watch it. But one common theme is that most of us that get prescribed Mounjaro or Zepbound or tirzepatide do so without being advised how to modify our lifestyles. One reason is that, our primary care doctors who often prescribe us these medications, which mine did in my case, they're not necessarily trained in obesity medicine, and sometimes they might lack the time to educate patients. And comment below what your experience has been from day one. Did your doctor guide you on nutrition and fitness, or were they there just to, review your lab work, your weight, your side effects, and whether you need to move up or down on your dose? And I know that may be all that we want, but it had me thinking about how overwhelming it must be to start your weight loss journey. And then, you could be using Google or social media for some inspiration and ideas, and now you're even more overwhelmed. Also, I read a lot about how some people wish they started resistance or, resistance training or lifting sooner in their weight loss journey. So in this video, I just want to strip it all back. I want to say, take a deep breath and then determine which bucket you want to be in. I'm a bucket person. I'm always like, okay, I have this bucket, I can do this week, or I have this bucket, I can do this week based off of my time. And then I decide pros and cons and decide which one I'm going to choose. And when I talk about these buckets, remember, you're just not stuck in one. You can go from bucket to bucket. You could do so after a month or maybe a week or two. But first, let's quickly go over, why you should exercise while taking a GLP-1. For one, rapid weight loss from Mounjaro and Zepbound can lead to muscle loss, which then can affect bone density just over time. And exercise can help preserve lean muscle mass. Huge. It can improve your heart health, your energy, your mental health, your immune system, blood pressure, stress, anxiety, sleep, so much. It can help, ensure a balanced approach to just weight loss if you exercise. And it can help you maintain a healthy weight even after you stop taking Mounjaro and Zepbound, if that is in your plan. Now, not a medical professional, but I can provide, just some of my insights from my experiences, and also I've talked to so many people that have taken GLP-1s like Mounjaro and Zepbound. And I think that this video really can be for beginners, those a couple months in, a year in, or me, now 17 months in. And I just started the 75 Hard Challenge. I'm on day 4, and I'm going to be talking about why I decided to take that challenge on in a future video, and that's like the extreme bucket. But as I said before, exercise it's not about maximizing weight loss, but it can prevent, disease and illnesses later in your life. But should you exercise differently if you're taking Mounjaro and Zepbound? And honestly, that could be case by case because there's no definitive answer on that, because we're not in this one size fits all program. I mean, each of us experience different side effects just from taking this medication. Some have side effects and some don't. So what works for me and my approach to losing weight on Mounjaro may be different for you. But one thing I think we should all agree on is that being active is extremely important. And we also have different opinions or ways to being active or what active means. And we're all starting at a different age, gender, weight, different health ailments that could have brought us here, along with how much time we may have in a day, because I will never compare my approach to someone that has a family or dealing with kids now back into school or the sports programs. So let's take some time and figure out these buckets. So For bucket one, this is you're ready to, jumpstart your weight loss. Your doctor just called in your prescription and it's ready and you're about to take your first shot. It's like the first day of school. You're nervous, but also kind of excited for the road ahead. There are going to be so many unknowns, but maybe this first month in this bucket, you want to focus on how your body reacts to the medicine. And you want to put your time into really what you're eating. This month, you can establish your baselines, take stock of what, levers you need to give you the best chance to lose weight while taking Mounjaro Zepbound for weight loss. Like, what past habits in your life could hinder your ability, to successfully lose weight? Keep a list of your dose, your injection site, side effects, and, side effects from, certain foods that you're consuming, your starting weight, and just any baselines that you want to track. This bucket could be you're cutting your portions and just looking for ways to add, more nutrient-dense foods. And also, I say learn about food journaling and, start to meal plan so that you're organized at the food store. And this is where I say to look to maybe buy a fitness tracker if you don't have one. I have an Apple Watch, but honestly, I know this is shocking for some people to hear, but I kind of wish I bought a simple Fitbit. I mean, they're not that simple, but if I could recommend one, it would be the Fitbit Inspire 3. I know so many people, my friends and family, they have it, they love it. I'm going to link it below, but I love fitness trackers because it automatically tracks my fitness. And it's one less thing that I even have to think about or try to do manually. But this bucket is all about just acclimating your body to the medication. Nothing major is introduced here other than the medicine, but after a month, you may be ready to, progress to that next bucket. You're ready to be a little more active, add in some form of exercise. This bucket is for those that are, still cleaning up their eating, but maybe want to do some low impact cardio and strength training programs that are maybe 2 to 3 days a week. In this bucket, you're introducing your body to fitness. That could be maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Maybe you have a goal of hitting 10,000 steps, a couple times throughout the week. Nothing super intense and crazy. You are in the beginning phase of your journey to being active. Maybe try out some wall Pilates or hop on a stationary bike. Like I said, we all have different starting points, but this is where you determine that along with your healthy meal plan, your healthy eating, you're going to commit to 2 to 3 workouts a week in a relatively low impact range. And, sometime in this bucket, you may say to yourself, I'm ready for the next challenge, the next phase. I want to kick it up a notch. This could be where, you want to start learning about tracking calories as well, looking up what TDEE and figure out what your calories are for the day. And maybe you want to just stick to 2 to 3 workouts, but you want to kick it up a notch, add a little more intensity. You have more insights into your calories burn and your calorie deficit you're in. You're now on your way to preserving muscle mass while losing weight, which is extremely important. This may be the perfect bucket for you to stay in for a couple months or your whole entire weight loss journey, because we all have different starting points or how much we want to commit to being active in a week. All depends on your journey. Now, this last and fourth bucket, some may never want to be in, and some, are ready to just up their workouts even more and want to go from 2 to 3 days to 4 to 5 days. Maybe you want to do 4 days of strength training and run, bike, or walk, or swim 2 to 3 additional times that week. The type of workouts is endless here, but I always stress the importance of making sure you're looking at doing resistance training and sport, strength training, and also taking active recovery days. You may now have this confidence to try new equipment at the gym or up your weight a little more. You're in a zone with, what you're eating and your workouts, but always remember when you're upping your workouts, it could also coincide with an increase in your dose. So definitely take that into account. And some of those days you might be a little fatigued. But the amount of buckets is endless. But I think it's important to look at, working out a Mounjaro and Zepbound in stages, if that will help you get acclimated, and just to avoid the stress of, doing too much too soon and burning out, and maybe you can get hurt. Same way with how you adjust your eating habits and what foods you're eating, how you track or meal plan, you do all of this gradually. And since we all have different goals, we have different starting points, some may start in bucket 1 And others may start in bucket 2. Some may stay in bucket 2 for their entire time on Mounjaro and Zepbound. And some may jump right from bucket 2 to bucket 4. You know, you can jump around, and in some cases, you may think after a couple months, I want to work out, 5 days a week, but it's not feasible anymore. I need to go down. Find what works for you and your lifestyle. But the bottom line is that exercise plays a crucial role in your overall health. And the sooner you incorporate exercise into, your weight loss journey, the quicker you can start to, mitigate these effects by preserving lean muscle mass and like improving bone strength and enhancing just overall physical fitness. I started in bucket 4, but I did upper and lower strength training and a beginner program, 4 days a week. And I just counted walking to the gym back and forth as my cardio. I've since progressed to, walking daily and strength training 4 days a week. I moved to another bucket. But this is what I want to leave with you before I wrap up this video, because we are all so complex and are in different situations, different starting points, how we progressed over the weeks. There is not going to be that perfect plan for all of us, and there is no perfect week. You may feel fine one week, and next the side effects could, enter the picture and change things up a little bit. But find something you enjoy and keep showing up. Keep trying to find time for yourself. Keep learning new things, but you have to put in the work to not only lose the weight, but have a greater chance of keeping it off in that long run. And because, you may have to wait a couple weeks to start working out, that is your decision when you first start taking Mounjaro and Zepbound. Obviously, everything you decide to do should be discussed with your prescribing doctor. There is no shame if you attempt to walk a couple times a week and do resistance training, and then it's a tad too much, and you need to just cut it back a little bit for a week or two. This is your journey. But I hope you enjoyed this video today. I feel like I could talk for hours about the importance of just strength training, even 2 days a week, and the different buckets you could fall into on your weight loss journey, and kind of making it a game for yourself, and how you could just jump around from bucket to bucket. But take a minute, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have time, comment below of what your workout bucket looks like right now. Did you start on day 1? Did you ease into it? Have you made changes along the way? I think it's important that we all see there are so many ways to be successful with losing weight while taking Mounjaro and Zepbound. But I want to thank you for making it this far in this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.